What is a macro? So, just in case y'all didn't know, my shirt says I flex and the sleeves came off. What? Just kidding. I have cute braids though. So, this is a pizza, donut, cookie, because I love cookies, and ice cream. Hey guys, so today we're going to be talking about what are macros. Everybody's been asking me about this, so I figured I'd try to put together a little bit of a video. Just a disclaimer, I am not a nutritionist, nor am I a coach, a personal trainer, or anything of that sort. This is just something that I've pretty much done research on and what I use to get started. I would definitely suggest going and getting a coach. Macros are very adjustable and they all depend on you, yourself, your goals, what you're doing. Everybody's macros are different. So another disclaimer, I'm just going to go ahead and throw it out there. The two people that I really think that have helped me personally with me trying to figure out my macros to begin with, I will link their info below. It's Emily Hayden and Mike Baconti, I believe is how you say his name. Mike Baconti, he has a blog and he was actually the first one that I had looked at, and he explains it very, very well. He's got tons of articles over macros and even for beginners, stuff of that sort. So I will leave his info down below to go check out his website. Definitely do. Emily, she's a YouTuber, very well known in the industry. Her name is Emily Hayden. She has like a little mini series for macros, and again, I thought she explained it very well, went through it very thoroughly, and made it to where I can understand. And I'm kind of don't know what that was, but I'm stupid. It takes a lot for me to completely understand certain things. I really like to do my research, and those were definitely the two people that I would have to say really explained it very well. So without further ado, let's get to it. What in the hell is a macro? I get that asked so many times. What's out there macro? I don't know how to do that. It's too complicated. Macro is short for macronutrients. Your body needs it. It needs it in large amounts. So you were talking about your fats, proteins, and carbs. Carbs are big. Remember that. Other than that, it helps with your metabolism. It helps with your energy. It helps with your energy source. Carbs are your main energy source. When it comes to counting macros, this is all you have to worry about. A couple of other things that you would have to take into consideration, I'm going to write them on here, would be your fiber intake, and then your sugar. So these are the only other things you have to worry about. I will be referring to MyFitnessPal. It's an app. I highly suggest downloading it. If you guys want me to do a thorough video of, how to get your macros situated, how to adjust them in MyFitnessPal, and how to exactly use MyFitnessPal, like this video or comment below. Let me know. I will definitely love to make a video for that. There's a lot of things that I just learned within the last 4 or 5 months that I can even do with MyFitnessPal that I didn't know. So definitely let me know if that's something you would want me to do a video over. Other than that, that's pretty much it. These are the main things. So fat, proteins, and carbs are all you really. So what is a micro? So this is short for micronutrients. These are your veggies and your fruits. This is what's going to help promote your digestive system. It's going to help things move along essentially. These are needed in smaller amounts versus macros, which are needed in larger amounts. Your body still needs these things, but with the macros, that's exactly what your body needs. They're needed in big amounts, like your meats and your carbs, stuff like that. This is just going to help promote things and help things move along. And these are also your vitamins and stuff like that, vitamins and minerals. So, why do you need to count macros? First of all, you don't need to, nor do you have to. But here's the thing. Everything you eat, everything you put into your body has macros in it. Doesn't matter what it is. It can be juice, milk, cereal, butter, salt, everything has macros in it. These things can be, you can be taking it and you can be using it on a meal plan. You can be using it to eat clean. You can be using it to do whatever it is that you want to do. The reason why I do it, I guess I should say, is because I want to know what's going in my body. If I have a specific goal, so my competition prep, I needed to lean down, I need to get rid of my fat to be able to step on stage. I had a goal. So I personally wanted to know what was going into my body and how I can adjust it accordingly. To me, it just makes sense that that's the way things work. If I know what's going into my body, I can eliminate anything else that it could possibly be. So for that reason alone, I can go in and adjust my macros accordingly to whatever's happening. So for instance, if I'm not losing weight, stalling out, plateauing, whatever it is, I can drop my macros a little bit, up the cardio a little bit if I have to. Whatever it is I have to do, I know it's either one of those two. Oh boy, if I haven't heard this one, I don't know how many times. I can't do macros, I have to have a meal plan, or I can't do macros, it's too complicated, whatever. The most amazing thing about macros is you can have a meal plan. When I was in school and I was working 3 jobs, I had no time to be trying to figure out what I'm going to eat tomorrow or what I'm going to eat the next day or what I'm going to eat in an hour from now. I had no time for that. I had to have it prepped and I had to have it ready. So what I did is I pretty much did a meal plan. Was it the same thing? No. I changed it up probably every 2 to 3 days. So maybe for the first 2 or 3 days I had, chicken, some type of rice or potatoes and broccoli, asparagus, green beans, something, a green. And then, after those couple of days I switched it up and I had, pork chops with, I said pork chops because Candace likes her fatty meats. Pork chops, again, some type of rice, potato, another type of green. It's not that hard. If that's something you want, if you want to follow a meal plan and eat the same thing, I can show you my MyFitnessPal how you can literally copy and paste it to every single day that you want to do that. I am clapping again. It doesn't have to be hard. If it's something that you're wanting to do as far as meal planning, you can do that. You can sit down, you can figure out what goes right into the macros. The best thing I can say about counting macros is you get to choose what you want in it. That's it. Not that hard. To me, that's wonderful. I like that flexibility. I like me being able to say, you know what? I want a cookie today because I like fucking cookies. And I just cuss. Sorry. But I do. I love cookies. Do I need to be eating them every day? No. Should I be eating them every day? No. But if I want to, I could. If it fits perfectly in my macros, if I hit my macros, that's fine. The key thing that you want to try to do and try to remember is to hit your nutrients first. That is the main thing. If you're hitting your fiber, which is the main thing, especially when you get really low, if you're hitting your fiber, then and you're getting your 4 servings of veggies in or whatever it is. So fiber, 4 servings of veggies. Then you should be good. That should be it. Other than that, you can fill it in with whatever you want. Like I just said, I don't know. I've had plenty of cookies before that I fit into my macros. Is it going to keep you full? No. Especially when you're really low in macros, you don't want to eat stuff like that just because you're going to get hungry. And by hungry, I mean hangry, because you're going to be really pissy because you can't eat nothing. So you really want to eat nutrient-dense foods. When I mean nutrient-dense, I mean things that are going to keep you full longer. So I'm sure everybody knows that, everybody's heard of salads. Salads are really good because they only have 1 carb and they're called a volume food. Like you can eat so much of it. So much. So they're really good to keep you a little bit full or feeling full. They don't necessarily keep you full, but they make you feel fuller, which is what you want. As long as you hit your fiber though, and then your, 4 servings, 3 servings, whatever of veggies, as long as you get enough veggies in, you should be good. Fruits, same thing. If you want to eat fruits, that's fine. Me personally, I don't care for fruits. I don't like them. I know there's a lot of benefits to it. I'm not saying, if you like fruits and you eat fruits every day, go for it. Me, I don't want to spend my carbs on that. It's really sugary things that I can get sugar from elsewhere. I know there's a lot of benefits for it. I understand that. I'm just not a big fan of it. Ding, ding, ding. I think that's the wrong sound. Anyways, before we go any further, I'm going to say it again. I am not a nutritionist, nor am I a personal training coach. I've only been doing this a year and a half, almost 2 years. This is just stuff that I've done research on, things that I thought helped me, benefited me. That's why I'm sharing it with you. I think it's really good information, and it's definitely a good start. Again, find a coach. Get a coach. I know a lot of people might not have the money, whatever it is. It's worth it, I promise. Other than that, so we are going to get into it on how to figure out your macros. Okay. First things first, I'm the realist. I need to stop. Okay. Anyways, you do have to start with your body type. So you have ectomorph, endomorph, and mesomorph. Ectomorph is fast metabolism. That means that, you cannot gain weight easily. These are usually your really tall, skinny people, or just like really skinny people in general, and they're usually ones that are like, oh my gosh, no matter how much I eat, I can't put on a pound. That's them. Endomorph. Endomorph is slower metabolism, but they can easily gain muscle and fat. That is what I consider. I did start getting into the weight room. I did notice that I could put on muscle really easily, and a lot of girls, like, I didn't realize couldn't. Or like a lot of girls who was around me, they were like, oh, it's so hard for me to do this, that, and the other thing. So that's what I would consider myself. I can easily put on muscle and fat. So good thing, bad thing, both. Mesomorph is your athletic people, aka not me. Kind of do whatever. They're usually considered the most fit. So they're in the middle. Alright, so after you figure out what type of body you think you are, this is the formula that I got off of Mike Vacanti's blog. This is just the information he provided. This is what the equation is to get your maintenance calories. Maintenance calories are very, very, very important. For me, whenever I went to my coach, I already had maintenance calories. Like, I was already doing it for 3-ish months, 4 months. So I'd already had some. So I'm pretty sure he just adjusted them a little bit. I don't remember, but it wasn't like a crazy amount of an adjustment. But this is what I pretty much use to get my starting macros. Okay, so I put up an example. So we're going to use the endomorph just because it's easier. That's just kind of what I did. That's me personally. So I know what to base it off of, I guess you could say. But let's just say, this person is 115 pounds. I just times that body weight by 13 or 14. You can pick, you can decide, you can adjust it from there. So don't freak out. Don't worry. Don't be like, oh my God, it has to be perfect. That's the great thing about it, is you can adjust it at any point in time. I just picked 13 just because. So it multiplied together gives you 1508. These are the maintenance calories for this example for this person. This means that this is where their body normally will function. You won't gain weight. You shouldn't lose weight. Okay, let me just go ahead and make this clear. So these are the two goals most people have. Lose weight, gain weight. When you gain weight, that means gaining muscle. Just so we're clear, because when you start to lose weight, you will be gaining no more muscle. No more. You're done. So that's why I'm sure a lot of you have heard of a cutting and an improvement season, or bulking season, whatever it is you want to call it, off and on season. That's why, that's the cycle it is. Same thing. You have to gain muscle at some point in time. Your body cannot survive in a diet, in a caloric deficit. Cannot happen. So to lose weight, you would have to put your calories in a deficit. So a caloric deficit. And then to gain weight, you would have to be in a caloric surplus. So what this initially means is that you would have to, from your maintenance calories, you would have to be below a certain amount of maintenance calories. I am really hoping I'm spelling maintenance right. and above maintenance calories. So that's all that essentially means. So from our other example, which was 1508, right? Maintenance calories. So if this specific person wanted to lose weight, she would have to put her body or her calories in a deficit. And if she wanted to gain weight or gain muscle, she would have to be put into a caloric surplus. How much, you may ask? Now that's the tricky part. That's where a coach, a second set of eyes, that's when that would be really good. That's when that comes in handy. Okay, so we're going to start off with your fats, your carbs, and your proteins. From your calories, this is how it's broken down. This is how you get your macros. 20 to 25%. And then you got your carbs, which are 50%. Because we love carbs. We love you. Yes, we do. And then protein, which is 20 to 25%. So as you can tell, those can definitely be messed with. I tell a lot of people, like, if you like higher fats, that can be adjusted a little bit. It's not that much, but it does give you a little bit more leniency, especially when you're. This is where the equation comes in, and this is where the pain in the ass comes in also. So the equation to get it. Also, let me just say that when I first did do this, I did get a body fat percentage done on me, and you do need that done. You can get, like, the calipers, the cheap ones. You can't get those from places. I don't know why I'm so itchy. You can't get those from places. I know I got one off of bodybuilding.com. It was like a $10 one. I think they have a more expensive one. I believe a really good caliper, though, is around $40 to $50. If you have the money to spend that, definitely do that. If not, just go and get one done. If you are local in this area, you can get one done up in Knoxville somewhere. I will find the information if I can, and I'll put it down in the description box below if that's something that you're interested to know as far as your body fat percentage, which is very important to do this. So, with that being said, you have to have your lean mass, which is your total body weight, minus your fat. Is your body weight times your body, your body fat percentage. So this is where you would need that. So we're going to use the example from earlier. So her body weight, we're just going to say it's a she, because why not? She weighed 115 pounds. And her body fat percentage is going to be 20. So from there, you're going to take the body weight, which is 115 pounds. You are going to multiply it by the body weight times the body fat percentage, so 0.20. So from there, we get 92 for the lean mass. So the body weight's 115, body fat percentage 20, and we came up with the equation, the lean mass is 92. So from there, you also need to understand that this is how it's broken down. So fats are equal to 0.6 grams. Carbs are equal to 2 grams, and protein is equal to 1.5 grams. And this is all per pound of lean, right? Lean mass. This is just generic. I know when I went to a couple of different sites, this did fluctuate a little bit. Like protein was 1.5 to 2 grams. And then I think carbs were kind of the same thing. So from 2 to 2.5. Fat didn't get up too high. I think it was like 0.5 to 1. So it kind of fluctuates a little bit. Again, that's where a coach would be good. Whatever way they do it, just let them do their thing. Other than that, again, Mike Vicani, this is what was on his blog. This is just how he explained it, so I use these numbers. So from there, you're just going to do some math because math is fun. So your fat would be your lean mass times the fat in grams. So your lean mass is 92 and the fat is 0.6. Carbs, same thing, times 2. Protein, same thing, 92 times 1.5. So then your fat would be 55.2 grams. 184. Oh God, I think that's right. Yeah. And then your protein, which would be 138. These right here are your macros. So yes, I understand all that was very difficult. Again, this is why I suggest a coach. But I know a lot of people have come to me and they were asking me, what is the macro? How do you track it? How do you get your own macros? I am going to do a video. It should be the next video. I'm going to go over my FitnessPal. I'm going to go I'm going to go over how you put it into my FitnessPal, how you adjust it accordingly to yourself or whatever it is that you want. And then I am going to go over a little bit of meal prepping, how you can put that in there. I'm going to quickly go over fiber, sugar, and sodium. I get a lot of questions, mainly about sugar. So many people ask me, well, isn't your sugar going to go over? Don't you have to count your sugars? Da, 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 da. No, you don't have to freaking count your sugars. If you eat the right things, so if you're not eating, how I used to eat 2 years ago, cookies, brownies, ice cream, things that have a lot of sugar, yeah, you might want to watch your sugar. But if you are eating things that you're supposed to, so a meat, a grain, carb, veggie, whatever you're supposed to be eating, your sugar, my sugar never goes over 40. The things I eat naturally have sugar. Watch. Fiber is the big one. Definitely watch this. This is what's going to keep your digestive system going and moving in the right direction. Things need to keep going through, essentially. You know what I mean? So that's definitely something that I would watch. If you're only getting 9 grams of fiber, you need to be definitely adding in more veggies. Again, speak with your coach. I know my bread that I have, that I really like, the 35 calorie bread per slice, it has a lot of fiber in it. So if I eat more bread, because carbs are life, my fiber usually is around 25 or 30. Ask me in the comment section below. I'm more than welcome to do any other videos. I like I said in my intro video, I have a lot that I want to cover, but your questions are going to help. I think that is it. So yeah, that's it. So see you later. Was that any better? Was that just as bad? Probably.